Tim Horn to kick it away for Rice. Texas gets it first. Off we go. And the Longhorns will have it at the 25-yard line. You mentioned it, Quinn Ewers looks a little different this year. This is back in his high school days. Got the blonde, got the party in the back. It got even bigger at Ohio State. That's fun. And then it started to sort of change color and grow out a little bit more. It was his trademark mullet. The beard got filled in. I mean, and now he's just a dude smiling at you. Total transformation.
Yeah, and he didn't call it a transformation. He just simply said a reset. A time in your life where you get to a certain age of maturity and you gotta control alt delete and start on over and refresh.
That was a word he used a couple of times. Maturity for Quinn Ewers, who will throw it on first down. Jordan Whittington and this veteran receiving corps, they're so comfortable with each other, and that can only help Quinn Ewers.
Just how quickly he gets the ball out and how many weapons he now trusts.
Wow, that's a big number, Brock. This is Xavier Worthy, and he gets maybe a yard, if that. Gabriel Taylor with the tackle, and here's the starting lineup for Texas. This is a big part of it, too, an offensive line fully back.
All of them. DJ Campbell slides in. He pushed Cole Hudson at right guard last year. They're both super sophomores, but continuity matters. Size and strength matters. And then where there's not a lot of continuity, that running game, CJ Baxter, the true freshman from Florida, gets the start.
From Orlando and Edgewater High School, as they try to replace both Bijan Robinson and Roschon Johnson. Quinn Ewers flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it. He slips. He tries to reach, and he's not going to get there.
Man to man.
Ewers flips it and incomplete. Jatavion Sanders, the tight end, couldn't hang on, and Rice gets the first huge break.
This was actually, well, it looked a little bit like a two-point play that they were practicing yesterday. You have everything you want. Give Rice credit. I mean, you see Conti there, the senior linebacker, in the face of Ewers, but that's one you got to hit. In fact, Jason, he didn't miss yesterday. Friday was a perfect practice.
And so Rice gets the ball in a series that played every year from 1914 to 1995. Used to be a big rivalry. JT Daniels to throw, his accuracy impeccable. This is his fourth collegiate location. He is, by all accounts, the first guy to ever do this. Started 4 different places. This is Dean Connors, the junior out of the state of Hawaii, with the first down for the Rice Owls off a 5-8 season. Clay Servin, 6th-year man on the left side of the line.
Yeah, if you're coming into a hostile facility like this with all of the noise, you feel better if you're JT to have that kind of experience. 44 starts for Servin at left tackle. Luke McCaffrey, this offense will go through him today. Jet sweeps, screens, you'll see him inside, outside. The Cooper Kupp. That's why he wears the number. It's the guy that he idolizes and watches. He's the Cooper Kupp of this system.
He had the first catch, now a first down on the Connors run. Juma Atoviano, the tailback now for Rice. And they will go with Atoviano against a very stout and just big defensive line for Texas.
Yeah, gigantic. Sweat, the biggest of them all, some 360 pounds right in the middle of it. He's going to rotate in. You'll see Byron Murphy. He's one of Bruce Feldman's freaks, unbelievably powerful and athletic. Expect him to take a big step this year. Jalen Ford's the All-American candidate, All-Conference last year. Led all linebackers with 4 interceptions in college football and some moving pieces on the back end. Cadlon will get the start. No Thompson early. Going to miss the first quarter. Broke some team rules. You'll see him in the second.
Keaton Crawford as well, number 21, won't play defense in the first quarter either. JT Daniels, and this is batted away, incomplete. Nicely done by the corner, Terrence Brooks.
And the young freshman right there, JT's probably didn't have time to tell him right now. Ransom Gill's the receiver, but he's going to tell him these corners today, you cannot stop your feet. You've got to keep coming back to the football. Brooks and Watson, you'll see Holmes and Muhammad, all of them can flat out fly. The young freshman there, a little bit flat-footed. Give Brooks credit for the pass breakup.
He turned 18 8 days ago. Landon Ransom Gills as Rice has a 3rd down and 10. Don't think they need the sign to be told to stand up here. Now JT Daniels split out wide. They'll go Wildcat with McCaffrey on 3rd down. And McCaffrey is engulfed. T'Vondre Sweat blasted him down. Broughton was in there as well.
And look at the big man in here swim. Watch this. Engage, swim, disengage, and then go blow that sucker up in the backfield.
That dude was a high school basketball player. 43-yard try for Tim Horn, who kicked all of 1 field goal try last year. His first one this season is on the way, and it is good. And takes the lead over the Longhorns. Never know.
Mike Bloomgren could not have written a better script first 5 minutes in. Got to their first bowl last year. Got a lot of veterans, 6th-year guys with him at running back and offensive tackle. 2 years ago, they didn't score this many points in 60 minutes as they were blown away. He told us last night, different group coming in, much more confident, much more physical, much better first 5 minutes.
His kickoff game is very important to him, hoping to keep Texas away from kickoff returns. They've done it twice, and now the Longhorns are back out with Quinn Ewers at the controls, trailing 3-0. Last time Rice beat Texas was 1994. It broke 28 straight wins for the Longhorns. This is a former Southwest Conference matchup.
I have a sense Steve's going to call a run play on this series.
You think maybe?
Or 2, or 3, or 10.
C.J. Baxter got the start as a tailback, the freshman. And this is a run straight up the middle. I mean, look, Bijan Robinson, Roschon Johnson are 2 huge losses for them.
They are, and this is the biggest unknown on this team. A team that some fancy themselves as a playoff contender, starting this year number 11 in the country, and to have a true freshman in that backfield after all that experience leaves. This is the one question mark. Should be some answers this afternoon.
Ewers to throw, lofting it toward the sideline, and a jumping grab for Xavier Worthy and a Texas first down.
It's just a shade behind Worthy, but you see the veteran make it look good.
Bijan Robinson last year ran for over 1,000 yards only after contact. Specifically after contact, that's 5,000 plus yards they're missing.
When they played these Owls in 21, those two had 100-yard days. So there is a tremendous amount of production out the door.
Jonathan Brooks, the tailback here. That's a throw for Ewers. Worthy! Oh, soft shoe to the sideline! And a first down.
Once again, an out-breaking route. As a DB, once you see that receiver cut that split into the hash mark, should be a little bit of a tell, and that's just pitch and catch. Something that those two did more this summer than they ever had before.
He says he might be able to run a 4.2 40 at some point down the line. That's what he says. Ewers to throw in some traffic. He's got Worthy again, and he gets undercut, but a first down, gain of 14. It is 100 degrees in the atmosphere, but if you missed it earlier, Allison Williams has a thermometer. She pointed at the ground. It was like 160 degrees on-field turf level. It's almost too hot to complain about the call if you're a Longhorn fan. Second down and 10 for Texas. Quinn Ewers back at the controls. He will roll and spin and throw it for Jonathan Brooks, and the sophomore tailback is gone. Touchdown, Texas. First time in more than 30 years, Texas has had all 5 offensive linemen back.
There was nobody out there in the open field. Well done.
Where Calvin Banks was searching for a Rice Owl. And this will be from the 25. You know, it's not exactly Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita, Tulsa, but JT Daniels been everywhere.
Wow, that's well played.
Yeah. He's been everywhere. USC first.
Unlike anybody in college football, right? So from USC, heralded big-time recruit, down to Georgia, where he's actually undefeated as a starter. A couple injuries derail him. And he liked Morgantown.
Yeah, he did. He said, great college town. He grew up as a city guy, but loved the college town. Now back into a city here in Houston. And look, a very cerebral guy, talking to him, very thoughtful football guy, and he should be able to help a young receiving corps.
I don't think he could have ever written that story when he signed with USC 6 years ago.
All derailed by an injury in the opener in 2019 as he gets this away for Dean Connors, and he is blasted. Steve Sarkisian told us it's difficult sometimes to tell the difference between the ones and the twos as Atobiano's stacked up third down.
And especially with this crew in the middle of his defense.
3rd and 7 for Daniels. On the roll, his throw is low and incomplete. McCaffrey wasn't able to make the catch. Connor Hunt to punt it away. Xavier Worthy back to receive and off the fair catch.
He called it a refresh, a reset. He's got to grow up.
First down run, and Baxter leaning there. It's a gain of about 4, but for Quinn Ewers, he says the diet is the most important part. He feels more fluid on the field.
Healthy from the inside out. I mean, in every way. The movement, now the first drive stumble, he'll get made fun of a little bit. But in every way, yes, he feels better mentally, physically, and then emotionally. And with the hair being lopped off, that's just some of the weight of the world of expectations lopped off as well.
Moving on from high school to college, here is Adonai Mitchell, the transfer from Georgia, who they love because of his ability to make critical plays late.
And in contact, right? In conflict. Steve Sarkisian said when we looked at the portal and we really studied him, he was big, as you said, in huge moments in the playoff and a title game. But it's with people around him. And over the course of the season, the big body, athletic guys, he is willing to go into them and win those one-on-ones.
Ewers first down, scanning, launching deep ball sideline, jumping try Worthy, and it's spun off the back of Sean Fresh, incomplete. He is from Austin, out of LBJ High School, and Fresh with a big break up there. Second down run, Baxter feeling his way and driven down by the Rutgers transfer Conti. And continuity and coaching is part of that as well. They've had basically the same coaching staff. Down he goes here. He is dropped by Coleman Coco and Texas, who really struggled on third down last year.
They struggled, according to Kyle Floyd and Steve Sarkisian, because their straight pass protection wasn't good enough. That's a 4-man rush, and you can see the Rice Owls there collapse it. And then the effort from Coleman Coco, who every Rice defender said is a difference maker, man. Relentless, does not stop for Kyle Flood and Sarkisian.
Ryan Sanborn, the transfer from Stanford, boots it away, and a fair catch by Fresh.
Right throughout Texas and other places, so very, very comfortable with all the movement.
One of those older guys is next to him in the backfield, Ari Broussard. Here's a throw by Daniels, and this is incomplete. Malik Muhammad on the coverage. That's the 18-year-old Ransom Gels, the intended target.
Until Rice could possibly run by him.
Especially if they rotate like this with two separate sets of cornerbacks. Atobiano on the toss, and that is swarmed. He is down right at the line of scrimmage. That is Christian McCaffrey's brother Luke in motion into the slot. They've lined him up a bunch of places already. Pressure on Daniels. He does get it away. And Bowden Gruen is doused. Malik Muhammad, the freshman, was in there again.
This is just a 3-man rush, but watch the line stunt. Just those 3 big fellas. You drop 8, but they're not only big, Benetti, they can move. And that is a textbook stunt.
Fourth down. Worthy back to receive. And on the approach at the 40-yard line.
Not just in the past, but certainly of recent vintage, 15 in a row as well.
It was 28 straight. Back up till 1993. Quinn Ewers uncorks a deep ball and nobody home. You saw the run-pass split there. Sark even, it seems, is interested in where they end up run-pass. They've thrown it a lot early. There's Worthy again. First down run for the Longhorns, and Brooks through the car wash, driving forward. And we'll see that at least a couple times this year. That may be the final play of quarter number one.
And there's no maybe about it. That's a win for Rice. 7-3 after 15 minutes, and you deferred to take it in the second half.
Find a little more balanced run and pass.
Sark, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Jason?
Back-to-back runs, Allison, leading to that conversation. And this throw to Jordan Whittington inside the 15, first down. Third pass of 20-plus already today for the Longhorns. They will run Brooks, and he gets popped. Myron Morrison, the junior from Humboldt, Texas, the stop. Football's back.
Yeah, those pads make the right kind of music, man. There's spikes in baseball and spring training, but week one of college football, it is about those shoulder pads and helmets. I love that sound.
And a clean game in terms of the first quarter here. Ewers on the roll. Quinn Ewers a pump fake, and he'll just tote it out of bounds.
Creativity was the big word that Steve Sarkisian said has got to come to life here down in the red zone.
Off the motion by Worthy. Ewers this way, incomplete, dropped by Brooks.
You saw this from Colorado. First touchdown of the Deion Sanders era, almost the same kind of play. And you get a wide open Brooks. He's not looking at the end zone. He's feeling the end zone and not bringing that pass all the way in.
Two big drops on the drive. And so it's field goal time for Bert Auburn, Texas. There you go. He goes empty again after a gain of 4. Daniels rips it quickly, and that's inaccurate, incomplete. 3rd and 6 for Daniels. He's got a crosser, and it's Braylon Walker down the sideline. The freshman Walker into Texas territory, and a free runner for a long gain for Rice. Honors the run. You have to show run a little bit at least, right? One of 4 guys from Hawaii on this roster for Rice out of Houston, Texas. Oh boy, a swarm of burnt orange in the kisser of JT Daniels. There is Benda.
You better get the ball out, because Pete Kwiatkowski in Texas is not going to just sit there and let JT Daniels get comfortable. That was his number 1 point to us yesterday. Kwiatkowski, we got to hit him. We got to move him. And Benda may have missed in coverage, but he didn't miss on that blitz.
3rd and 16. Got to get all the way down to the 36. Daniels tapped and intercepted. He had 4 last year, and Jalen Ford has 1 in the opener this year. First down, Baxter picking his way outside, and the freshman Baxter is tripped up inside the 35.
Slow to the hole and then explode through when you got that green grass, and that is exactly what the young freshman does there. Patience. Man, it is hard, right? And he's slow to get up, but it is hard, Jason, as a young player. Your first game, your heart's beating. Not going to run so fast in the line. You got to be patient to feel it out and then explode when the hole opens. Rare guys, it's a lead as a protector, left tackle, in the run game.
He didn't give up a sack, but once last year. There's Mitchell on the catch.
Nonsensical.
Long while since they've had a first-round offensive lineman here in Austin, as this is going nowhere. It's a loss of a couple.
17 scholarship offensive linemen on their roster right now.
Ewers felt the pocket breaking down. He will throw on the move to the sideline. And that is incomplete for Jatavion Sanders. DeVone's on coverage. 3rd down, 18. Ewers down the middle, and that is incomplete for Sanders. Rice is here to hang around at least as Auburn's field goal is on the way, and it is through. Yeah, Boulder, Colorado, Nebraska, old rivals getting together. That is going to be rather interesting. It's the darlings of college football last year in TCU as Rice and JT Daniels have the ball back, but not for long. Intercepted. Austin Jordan for Texas gets it right back.
That's the one thing that you would expect a sixth-year senior like JT to not do, but look at the pressure come right in his face, and guess who? T'Vondre Sweat. Absolutely go score 6 here and change the momentum further.
It's play action. They love it. Ewers scanning, rolling. Ewers out of the pocket. He goes sideline, and that is Worthy.
He's got to stay away from it there.
Brooks on the run, and it's third down. Xavier Worthy said to us about that receivers room, if one of us eats, we all eat.
Yep.
But his belly's pretty full so far today.
He is a lean, mean machine, too. He can't put an ounce of body fat on him. 170, came in at $1.59.
Right before our meeting with him yesterday, he just finished a plate of chili cheese fries.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look the part.
God bless you and your metabolism.
Quinn Ewers had to change his whole diet in the offseason. Worthy's just eating whatever's in front of him. Third down on the run, and I believe Texas will go for this here. Brooks the tailback, 4th and 1. It's a run, and it is short, it looks like. Wyatt came in and got the hit. He's a half-yard short, Brock.
Yeah, there were 9 Owls within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. Good communication led to that stop.
JT Daniels to throw. Tobiano into the flat. He's got a first down and then some for Rice. JT Daniels said to us, I have to remember, and guys have to remember, it's really hard for the defense, no matter how good they are, to play college football defense at this day and age. As Walker gets knocked down, critical 5 minutes here because Rice gets the ball out of halftime. 3 timeouts for each team. Daniels has thrown 2 picks, and that one is behind Walker. Bendo right in the middle, Ford right in the middle, bearing down on the line. Daniels spits it out wide. It's incomplete for McCaffrey. I would bet, and you know him better than I do, Marcus is mad about second.
No question.
Hunt boots it away for Worthy, and he gets driven back inside the 10. That is rolling, and touchdown eventually by DeVones at the 3-yard line. And playing against him, we'll see what this drive looks like. Ewers, a quick set and throw, and it's Xavier Worthy into some space to the 20-yard line.
The more that I watch Xavier Worthy, the more Deshaun Jackson comes to mind to me. A 6-foot, 170-pound guy, but a long strider. Unbelievably smooth and fast.
And the crowd looking for a reason to expend some energy. Ewers backpedaling, and he is down to Braylon Carroll with the sack for Rice.
Uh-oh. Love the execution of his defense.
Second down run, and what a job by Brooks to somehow gymnastically keep his feet. It's 3rd and 4, so the opposite of what Rice got in the last drive, and Jonathan Brooks.
But that slingshot, man, does he get it out in a hurry to the short game.
Arm angles galore for Quinn Ewers. This is a deep ball with some air under it down the sideline, and incomplete for Worthy. He ran out of real estate. So Worthy is off for a play. It's a run for Blue, and he's got a first down. Sark said he wants mentally and physically tough running backs, and see if Blue's an answer here late in the first half. Quick set and throw. It's Whittington, and he is stood up and stopped. Third down and 8. Ewers climbing the pocket, straight ahead, first down. No flow behind him, but he moves the sticks anyway.
Does he do that at 218 pounds? I didn't see much of that a season ago.
Feeling better movement-wise. This is the tight end, Gunnar Helms. After the injury, first down for the Longhorns. And Jonathan Brooks back in, and he is belted down, trying to land a big punch at the end of this first half. Ewers again goes down, and the ball came out. Now there was a whistle, so the question is,
really on the
was
field
it dead?
that the runner was down prior to the ball coming loose. Third down. Texas takes their second charge, timeout of the half.
Boy, this is a tremendous stunt. You're going to see Piercy come clean through. He definitely goes for the ball. It is moving. Then Quinn retucks it, and he's down.
Yeah, that's the right call. Call it 3rd and 9. Keelan Robinson, the tailback. Ewers on the screen. It is Robinson. He breaks a tackle. He's got a first down to about the 30.
And they've got enough personnel picked to win this conference because of the talent. The personnel has showed up defensively today, but offensively out of sorts.
Pressure again. And incomplete. They're well cooked, but they're not tasty. 3rd and 10. They got to get this ball out and get down, and they do. Auburn from 49. And this one is good. A field goal buffet for the Longhorns in the first half, and a 16-3 lead over Rice.
You bet.
This kickoff is not exactly what Texas was hoping for.
Something that could get in easiest.
And neither team has had the start it's wanted in this second half.
False start. Number 2, offense.
Offensively, you've got to get it going.
Rice has 36 yards on one play, 64 total yards, so 28 outside of that one play. Daniels having to climb the pocket, and he tried to juke. It's 3rd down. 3rd down and 7. Daniels got it away. It's incomplete. It's 1 for 7 on 3rd down for Rice. Connor Hunt to punt. Worthy at the sideline. Kept his foot inbounds here. They were hoping for a better return season, and he's all the way out to the 39. After this play, I'm going to ask you a possibly cynical question. You ready? First, this throw, it gets to the outskirts, and Worthy, again, a dance move.
And rep it well to have that success.
Makes sense to me. Here's Brooks. And he is dumped by Gabriel Taylor, Sean Taylor's little brother, and it's 2nd down coming up.
How hard has Rice played defensively? 50 snaps now in this heat. Right? Allison has talked about it's not just the temperature, it is the heat coming up off the ground. The boys from Houston in the heat and humidity been hitting all August. There is no backing down from that defensive crew.
2nd down, short set. Sanders didn't know it was coming. 3rd down. Ewers off the pocket, right up the zipper. First down, he gets hit hard. How much of that is the new body type?
There is no question it's a ton to do it.
Brooks for a couple of yards. As that Quinn Ewers will be more on time, a little bit more ahead with the why of play calls and situations. Here, he gets it away for Worthy again, who has had a massive afternoon, and Texas has another first down.
What Sarkisian loves more than anything else in his game plan, to run it and play pass, because look at the movement of the defenders, how it creates just space. And then when you got a smooth stepping dude like Worthy, look at him. He is just so sweet with those feet, moving at that pace. Not been able to cover him today.
Tell you what, if Coach Prime is watching this game after his win at TCU, he's got to love the footwork. 9 targets, 7 catches for Worthy, and this is blue to the fringe, and he ran out of real estate.
You've got to extend plays with your legs and your eyes still downfield for 6.
Sanders in motion. Ewers to throw down the middle. Adonai Mitchell, touchdown.
He too is a fresh start here in Austin, and that was a beautiful route.
Couple of touchdowns in the college football playoff under his belt, hoping to get back there in a different color on the spectrum. Adonai Mitchell is in for Texas.
He's closing that cushion. He is not just making moves to make moves. He's actually moving, closing cushion, and setting that DB up.
He's advancing down the field.
Think of a basketball player making a move. It's one thing to sit there and dribble, right, and cross over and dribble and make all these moves with your feet, but never threaten that defender. When you actually then get into and close that space and close that cushion and making those moves at full speed, then you become very difficult to cover.
First down for JT Daniels in this Rice offense. Connors changing direction. Cody Bellinger has been one of the great bounce-back players in Major League Baseball this year. Daniels has it batted into next Tuesday. Just smacked in his face by Alfred Collins.
12 different D linemen. And they were celebrating, I believe, the national championship volleyball team. And they've stuck around. They're like, oh yeah, that's a good block right there. That is timing right up over the net, right in your face. No chance, JT.
You think Alfred can get over the net? Third down out of the timeout for Rice. Daniels again has to move his feet. He gets outside and throws and does have a connection across the 35-yard line.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it's a lot of time in collegiate pads. One more year for Daniels. That's through in the tight end. JT Daniels got injured in West Virginia last year as they will run it, and there is Connors.
And the first time in some time, a manageable third down.
They have run some Wildcat in this game, and it is McCaffrey in that Wildcat, and he's driven back. This defensive line has been nasty. Full house. Looks like a sneak coming. Oh, they're going to reach back and hand it off, and that looks like on the second surge might have gotten there. We'll see where the mark is. It depends on where they spot this football. And T'Vondre Sweat very aptly has played extremely well.
Look at him underneath that 10, just big old man next to his buddy Byron Murphy. Has been, to me, I know Worthy's got the numbers and you always follow the ball, but that man has been the most destructive player on the field today. See also Georgia and Alabama, and when you can play 12 dudes and you defeat the line of scrimmage, you often win.
Right down the middle, Jatavion Sanders is free. Oh, the touchdown!
At the University of Texas, single season, the former 5-star gets his first of the season.
By the time he's done this year, he may have the record. This is my first trip to Austin, and I gotta tell you, it is exactly what I hoped for. The downtown is beautifully weird, and they'll keep it that way. Through the end zone. First down here for Rice out of the timeout, and JT Daniels under siege again. Down he goes. He is sacked. That is Ethan Burke. Over the head checking people, dislodging the lacrosse ball. Daniel steps up, and he is wide of his targeting. 3rd and 16. Daniels again hit. He somehow gets out of it and throws it incomplete.
And the other thing to take note of, guys, is just the difference with these two benches. So Rice is still cooking over there in the sun. Texas, they have cooled benches, and they're already in the shade. And I just went over and checked the temperature on the Texas benches. It's like 80 degrees, 88 degrees. There's about a 30-degree difference when you're in the sun versus the shade. Yeah, Texas benches right now, 88 degrees. So it's significantly cooler here in the second half on the Texas sideline.
But yes, in the second half, especially the cumulative effect, as Texas will run it here. I've had baseball players,
Unfortunately, he's been on this hot turf too long.
you just say they took the starch out of rice. Third down as well. Thank you for that, Allison. Down in Tuscaloosa, they'll play Alabama, and a tough Big 12 schedule to play as well for the Longhorns. It looks like this will be fourth down and about half a yard on the run by Blue. Neither team's converted on a fourth down so far, and that has changed. Jonathan Brooks moves the sticks for Texas.
And then just pressing, right? Just wanting to do a little bit too much and say, hey, the game, come to you.
Ewers off his back foot, and he throws it up for Mitchell. Blue tunneling for 4.
As they go a little tempo here on 3rd and 6.
They go tempo to a run. Blue, Brayton tackles. Bouncing outside, Jaden Blue inside the red zone. That is a Houston native, Blue, on that first down run. Now Keelan Robinson checks in. And Ewers over the top, near side. Woodington.
And you can watch it's as pretty as any ball in college football with that spiral comes ripping out of there. Look at it. Just gorgeous. It's the deep balls.
We saw the signalers getting the play in, still working hard in the heat over on that sideline. First and goal. Brooks the tailback. And Ewers keeps it.
Looking. A little more to work with. A little more elusive. One rushing touchdown all last season. And you can see the guys at Rice. Oh, the guys are just worn down, man.
In college football, and that's why we love our team, because they are right there in the fray.
On those sidelines instead of just a union worker with the rest of the guys.
Rice will get it at the 25.
It's a great look at it, Allison. No question about it, man. It could be a lonely place when expectations are so high. JT gets hit once again.
Farming for likes from his quarterback. That's togetherness. We're here to boost my social media presence. Now the ball's on the deck. Jackson, and it looks like it's Texas football. Jet Bush at the bottom of the pile.
There's a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Texas.
Malik Murphy, the redshirt freshman from Jay Serra, the powerhouse in California, and he gets a huge roar and a low snap that he hands to Blue. Some intrigue as we go to the final 15 minutes. A lot of folks have stayed to see Malik Murphy, the freshman quarterback. He's a redshirt coming in. Arch Manning is loosening up as well on the sideline. You never know how many quarterbacks you will need in a college football season.
And you always wonder, can you handle so much talent in the room? And when Sark said, well, I did have Tua, Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, we seem to handle that pretty well.
And he listed the USC guys as well, the different rooms he had, including some of our colleagues. Murphy's throw, that hit the backside of Jonte Cook II, it looked like. That was on Jake Majors, the center, who was referred to as a football cyborg in our meetings yesterday. Murphy, a laser down the middle, and that was a clothesline. Isaiah Nayor, the transfer from Wyoming.
Did Nayor catch this ball? Or did it catch him?
It may have caught him.
In that sense of community.
Just can't help but stand up and sing as a group. Malik Murphy, who just threw an absolute dart, drops this one off and gets it inside the 10.
As he gets an opportunity here.
He's got a 1st and 25. Quick spin into the play action, and he'll drop it off. It's a screen on the tight end, Juan Davis. This is 1st and 40.
Long ways.
Allison downstairs.
Arm length. They evaluate hand size, ankle size, everything to make sure that they have the exact fit at each position on that line.
It's going to be a huge key to their season.
Big humans is what they want.
Big humans. Incomplete. Tough to handle for Nayor. 4th and 29.
We're going to see a 56-yard field goal attempt, but you have to learn some of that command of the off-speed pitches.
Bert Auburn
Come on now.
getting literally his day in the sun. From 56, why not? It is no good.
They just cannot move Steve Sarkisian's big guys.
And credit Mike Bloomgren, by the way, who spent a lot of time at Stanford.
It has not been the case down in Houston.
On the ground, Connors has a first down in pro ball. One guy named Mike Davis, who's with the Jaguars now, made sure to say, you want this guy.
Had to be encouraging for him.
Toviano on the run, and second down coming up. College football. On a reverse. And this run gets to the outside to the 30-yard line. Third down for Rice. Best drive of the second half for the Owls. And Daniels down the middle does get it to the 20 in Braylon Walker.
When you get hit and you get harassed, it speeds up your clock.
In the backfield again. Jamon Tapp got in there. Second down. That's another freshman for Texas.
To have somebody like Jalen Ford, when I asked yesterday, and I know you love this question, who is the most violent defender you have? And when a senior like Jalen Ford points to that guy, now he's an early enrollee, true freshman, like that. This guy's just different right here.
What did he say about him? About he's willing to basically run through people?
Yeah, he may be wrong in the wrong run fit, but he don't care. He runs right through their face without a governor.
Second down throw on a crosser, and they get inside the 15-yard line.
And you felt that athleticism over the course of these 53 minutes.
Off the catch by Kobe Campbell. It will be a run, and this is Connors, who is close to the line to gain, but he'll be a bit short. This is power to a T right here.
My guy Sweat's back in the middle of it.
And first down, Rice. So glad to be back with everybody here on Fox College Football. Daniels goes down. On a bounce outside, it is Connors.
We're seeing it from Texas here in the opener.
That is one really good sign. And pressure comes again. Burke couldn't wrap him up. And Daniels goes into a slide.
He has been a game wrecker in the middle.
If they're going to go far, that defensive line is going to have to play like this. A lot. Down the middle, and a big collision, and a helmet comes off. This is McCaffrey in the end zone, and they're going to say he did catch that in the end zone, even with his helmet dislodged for a touchdown. What a catch by Luke McCaffrey.
That is awesome. Wow. I think he controls this, gets his hands underneath it, and the force of that contact, clean hit. But the force of the contact knocks the helmet off, but it can't dislodge the ball away from Luke McCaffrey. But a 13-play, 9-minute drive, yeah, that's one you like to hang your hat on before you leave town.
Extra point is there. I don't know how he hung on to this ball.
You don't think he took hard hits from his three older brothers over the years? There'll be a lot to learn from in that first half, but some excellent adjustments into the second.
What do you think about Quinn Ewers, the new body? How does he look movement-wise?
Certainly looks more athletic, much more comfortable.
Murphy still on the field in back of Quinn Ewers today, with Texas playing Alabama next week, then a slog of a Big 12 schedule as well. Murphy right on the hands. That's a first down for Jonte Cook.
Offensively, there's just some stop and start. Right? There is some of that miscommunication that you're going to have to clean up. You can be guaranteed next week they're going to test that communication.
Ball's on the ground and eventually picked up by Red, and he will go down. I think of the story that Sark told us about Nick Saban during practice.
That one jumped out to me. He knows how to build the team. It starts, even as a former quarterback, it starts with that run game.
Baxter out as of the first half.
They flash their athleticism and their speed, but it's the kind of tape that only game ones can produce where you've got a lot to work through.
And that should do it. The Texas Longhorns over Rice once again. They haven't lost to Rice since 1994. Quinn Ewers and the Longhorns get themselves an opening victory, 37-10, here at home in Austin.